Welcome back, True Seeker. It is Friday, May 12th, 2023, at least still on the West Coast, out here in Washington State. But look at the score. Lakers 122 to 101 over the Warriors. And funny enough, we were making a big point about the Lakers being on 101 playoff losses and why it might make a lot of sense for them to stay on those 101 losses prior to them winning tonight, keeping the Warriors at 101 points. And if you're new here, those two numbers right there, 122, 101, those are numbers we talk about all the time in regards to the Warriors, who are originally from Philadelphia. And again, in this stream, we're going to talk about, is all this stuff really just a coincidence, or is it proof of the script and who's doing the scripting for the NBA? We're going to talk about a lot of things in this stream, as many as I can remember. I'm sure some will slip through the cracks, but again, facts. Look them up, you guys. Game 6. So many sixes tonight in favor of the Lakers. Started with LeBron's old team that he wore 6 with, Miami, winning with 96 points. But Steph Curry stayed on 666 career wins tonight as a starter in the NBA. We'll verify all these stats if you doubt it. Again, I wrote a book in 2017 about LeBron and 6 and the number of the beast. We'll bring it all together because here's the latest example. But if you missed my stream earlier on GematriaEffectNews, we talked about Magic Johnson partnering up with the 76ers owner to buy the Washington Commanders today, and what that points to. We'll go over all this. We'll bring it into tonight's game. It just makes more sense as the pieces of the puzzle come together. So, where to begin? Notice LeBron tonight. He became 11 and 17 in the playoffs versus Steph Curry. What's funny about that is the first time LeBron and Steph Curry ever played each other in the NBA, the date was 11/17, November 17th. And that's also not an arbitrary number. You know, I sent a text message to a gentleman in the community who thought the Warriors were definitely winning tonight, and I was telling him all the reasons I thought he was probably not right. But I texted him early in the game. I said, it looks like it's over. You know, the Lakers were up 18-7. 187 is the number that corresponds with 1117. That's because 1117 is the 187th prime number, and the prime factors of 187 are 11 and 17. They're numbers they put together all the time in these rigged rituals, and you won't catch it unless you're aware of it. But the Lakers started 18-7 tonight, signs that it was going to this 11-17, like the first day in history that Curry and LeBron ever faced each other. And to verify these things, I mean, search engine, LeBron James, all-time record versus Steph Curry. Again, there's multiple websites that track these things. Land of Basketball is a great index. And right here, the first ever meeting of these two guys, November 17th, 11/17, 2009. Cavs won with 114 points. Again, what do I always say about the number 114 in regards to LeBron? In Gematria, in the most simple cipher, LeBron James equals 114. The real King James's birthday is June 19th. Again, LeBron won the finals for the Cavs on the real King James's birthday, June 19th in 2016. King James's son was King Charles. Those who fought for King Charles were Cavaliers. Now we just had King Charles III coronated during this series. But King James' birthday is 619. The number 619 is the 114th prime number. Tonight, LeBron wins the series 4-2 after having a big 66 ritual in the last two games. And with regards to the King being coronated in this series, LeBron just won his 41st NBA playoff series, beating Curry, who, again, he's born in the same hospital as Steph Curry in Akron, Ohio. But notice how King is 41. When you run the alphabetic order in reverse, LA's 41. Of course, Kobe Bryant's 41, who died at age 41 in LA on his 157th day of his age. So LeBron, he started this series, game 1 of this series, which was on the anniversary of the publishing of the King James Bible, May 2nd. That was the only surprise in this series for us. We knew it. We knew that this very well could go to game 6, but remember, had LeBron won the last game, Curry would have become 16-11 versus LeBron, like how the King James Bible was published in 1611 But anyhow, in LeBron's first game of this series on May 2nd, he got his 179th playoff win. That's the 41st prime number. And the Lakers became 4-1 versus the Warriors for the entire year. Now he wins the series. And we were talking about that. It'd be a really great sign for the Lakers to win this series if they took game one on the anniversary of the publishing of the King James Bible, because just understanding how the numbers would connect through the series with LeBron getting this 41st win. And what's amazing to me is, if you're on my Patreon, you're hearing people still call in about why they got the Warriors to win this series, as we're documenting ritual after ritual, game after game. Really, the only thing that didn't go as planned was the 16-11 not hitting. But like I explained, I could understand why they'd go 11-17. Again, 187, you guys, it's a very special number. Society of Jesus, 187. Holy Roman Empire, 187. This nation's capital with all the Roman architecture, Washington, D.C., 187. The capital is named after George Washington, 187. Etched on the Masonic headquarters there, ancient and accepted Scottish rite of Freemasonry, 187. And another cipher, Ohio's 187, with LeBron and Curry from Ohio. So I see why they did the 11-17 thing. But check this out. You see how Denver's 94 in Gematria? Tonight was the Lakers' 94th game of the season. They advanced to play Denver. Today's 94 days after LeBron set the record for points scored. And he did that on the 38th day of the year. Remember, Colorado is the 38th state in order of statehood. Colorado equals 38, 38th state. LeBron set the record scoring 38 points on the 38th day of the year, breaking the record that stood for 38 years. You see how Colorado is 133 in reverse? 133 in reverse. Today is 133 days after LeBron James' birthday. So, again, Denver 94. They're going to Denver, Colorado, right, for the next round. Denver's going to have home court advantage. They were the 1 seed. It's now the 1 versus the 7, like NBA 17, like how LeBron came over from the 17th state, Ohio, and then won the Lakers their 17th championship in his 17th season. But again, today, the Lakers advance in their 94th game of the year, regular season and playoffs. And again, 94 days after LeBron set the record and 133 days after his own birthday. So, with regards to the Colorado 83 piece, notice football is 83 and notice murder is 83, right? Here's what I want you to notice about that. Again, football got into it today because Magic Johnson of the Lakers and also Josh Harris, 76ers owner, became co-owners of the Washington Commanders in football. And we talked about this earlier on Patreon, how Commanders equals 42, like Lakers, like LeBron James, 42. They win the series 4-2. By the way, you see how Lakers is 96, and so is LeBron, 96. Part of my advice today on Patreon for the game was, we already like the Lakers, but I said, if you see the Heat winning Game 6, LeBron's old team, where he wore number 6, again, you guys, LeBron also 66, like LeBron James. Remember when he won the finals with the Heat for the first time, they shortened the season to 66 games. Charles is also 66, going with the King's coronation right now, King Charles. But oh, shoot. I lost my train of thought. Anyway, coming back to this purchase, we'll put it all together anyway. Magic Johnson of the Lakers, Josh Harris of the 76ers. On this day, the Lakers close out the Warriors, who are originally from Philadelphia. And then notice the Lakers, they win 101 to 122. Notice, in the most simple cipher, Philadelphia 101. They stayed on 101 losses on their home court. Here, we can get that right here. Lakers playoff record at home all time. Lakers stayed on 101 playoff losses tonight at home, winning with, or the Warriors going down with 101 points. Again, the team originally from Philly. In the most simple cipher, Philadelphia is 101. When you run it in reverse, it's 223. And the score tonight, if you add it up, 223 points. So you have this LA Philly ritual with Magic Johnson, the Commanders. DC's the new capital. It used to be in Philly. We're always showing how sports and politics are synced up. LeBron became 4 and 6 right before Joe Biden became number 46, elected exactly 46 weeks after the Pope's birthday. LeBron won in Cleveland in 2016. Then Trump had his GOP rally in the Lakers Stadium and then went on to be president 187 days later for another 187, like we were talking about. Trump's convention in that stadium began on 18/7, the 18th of July. Inauguration day 187 days later. Again, the 187 they did tonight in the game, way bigger than just basketball and, Curry and LeBron's first meeting. Huge number. You remember those yellow vest protests that started in Paris forever ago? They started on 11/17 in Paris, France, 187 land. Paris, super important to secret societies, Jesuits and Masons. Anyway, you got this Philadelphia thing going on, right? This big Philly thing. And remember what I talked about when Magic Johnson's father died? If you guys watched the video, when Magic's father died on March 8th, we talked about how that date can be written 3/8 or 8/3, and how his father died 38 weeks after his birthday, and he died 267 days. Remember, we talked about this, back in March. Oh, that's I clicked on the wrong link. Right here. This is the one we talked about back in March. So, death, finals 38. LeBron had just had his big 38 ritual. Then Magic Johnson's father dies shortly after March 8th. Death, finals, both 38. So you can see it with your own eyes. Death 38, murder 38, 83, killing 38, RIP 38, but finals also 38. Finals also 101, like tonight's score. But Magic Johnson's father, born on June 14th. That's the same birthday as the U.S. flag, which is from Philly. And from his birthday to his death was 267 days later, which is the Philadelphia area code. And we talked about how from Magic's birthday to the death was 206 days, which is the sacrifice number in Jewish Gematria. But his father also died 20 weeks and 1 day after the season began, 201. His name, Irvin Johnson Sr., 201. Remember, this is, if you're new here, huge number with the Illuminati. Order of Illuminati 201. Adam Weishaupt, the founder of the Illuminati, died 201 days after the anniversary of its establishment. This year on the Illuminati's birthday, Doc Rivers had the big ritual. Let me just pull this up in case you didn't see what Doc Rivers did on the Illuminati's birthday with the 76ers, like how the Illuminati was founded in 1776. But check this out. The 76ers got their 247th win in the playoffs on the Illuminati's 247th birthday. And they got their 48th win against the Celtics, Illuminati 48. Harden stayed on 48 playoff losses. And Doc Rivers did it on his 201st day of his age. This huge Illuminati ritual. And 76ers got their 244th win that day, May 1st, the day leaving 244 days left in the year. They needed 3 more games to win the series. So that means if they won the series, they'd get their 247th win over the Celtics. Wow. It's standing out to me now that they were, wow. Okay. What I missed in this thing, see, I just, the 329, see, just yesterday I learned something new about 329, and now I'm realizing it was right there. Philadelphia stayed on 329 total losses against the Celtics in that game as well. Then yesterday, the Celtics had a big 329 ritual. Here, I got to show this to you guys because it just makes so much sense with what they did with Bill Russell and everything. All right, check this out. 329. So in that Illuminati ritual, 329 was there. Okay, Jason Tatum heading into yesterday's elimination game, which they also won. He came in with 329 wins, and then his co-star, Jaylen Brown, who played at Cal went 3-29 this year. And notice in Gematria, Russell Trust Association is 329, which seems coincidental until you look and you realize that the Russell Trust Association, it started at Yale Skull and Bones, but then through its members, it also went to the University of California. And that's where Jaylen Brown played, who went 3-29. University of Cal near the Bay Area, who the Celtics lost to last year in the finals. This going on, this year. Well, you got LeBron and Curry, and again, the Russell Trust Association is associated with the secret society Yale Skull and Bones. But notice the founding member's name, William Russell. That's Bill Russell's name. Bill Russell's also William Russell. And again, Skull and Bones is modeled after the Knights Templar. Knights Templar, their cross is in the Jesuit logo. Bill Russell, Jesuit educated, went to University of San Francisco, died right after the Celtics San Francisco championship last year on the last day of the Jesuit Ignatian year, July 31st, 2022. Look it up if you didn't know that. It's all facts, and it shows you how all this stuff's connected. Illuminati, founded by the Jesuit Adam Weishaupt, Jesuits, Skull and Bones, Templars, Catholic Church, all roads lead to Rome. Here's the big thing that, again, just Kobe. Remember Kobe. Kobe Bryant, 41, 157, dead at 41 on the 157th day of his age, dead on the 41st day of the Pope's age while traveling from Catholic Mass. Notice Russell Trust Association is also 157. And it's 86, like the amount of points the 76ers lost with yesterday. But 157, and then they're associated with Skull and Bones, 41. So no doubt this organization, I've been missing the whole the Russell Trust Association numbers, but now I realize it's another part of the code. And that's why we're always learning more as we go on. I mean, we've been doing this for a decade, but there's still always more to learn, identifying these secret societies and what their hallmark numbers are. But that's how you can see who's controlling the big show. So yeah, to go back to this further, just coming back to this Philly LA thing. Maybe I put it down here further in the post. Okay, yeah. So remember how Magic Johnson's father died on 8th day of the 3rd month, 8th of March, football 83, Colorado 83. All these elements right now in the picture. But in 1983, the Redskins, who are now the Commanders, they won the Super Bowl over Miami, who's also still in the playoff picture, LeBron's old team. Notice they beat Miami with 27. Miami equals 27 tonight. Jimmy Butler got his 27th home win in the playoffs, closing it out in Game 6. But the Redskins, now the Commanders, won in 83. And in 83, the NBA Finals was the 76ers over the Lakers in a sweep. They swept the Lakers 4-0 40 years ago. Notice the final score of that game, 115-108. What's that add up to? 223. What year are we in? 2023, 223. Like Cleveland, the 216. In 2016, that was their year. But yeah, here, just to go back to I'll save it for later. You start looking back at the older days of the NBA and what it's been building up to at this moment, you start to realize that from the time LeBron's been alive on this earth, they've been scripting games around LeBron. When LeBron was in diapers, they were scripting games in tribute to LeBron. That's how planned out this league is, with these Manchurians and these fathers who have sons, and some of them, supposedly they don't know their father, but it's obvious that their sire is a former NBA player, because only so many men are 7 feet tall. You got to love that the 76ers won with 113 in the first game, the signature number. But yeah, I mean, just also tonight, again, I can't emphasize enough. Learn Gematria and you see the clues. I told people if Heat win tonight in 6, LeBron's old team, that should be a real good sign for LeBron to close it out tonight in Game 6. They had all the 6s on their side. The date numerology was 6. But again, you see the Heat win with 96, and you're just like, okay, that's what they're signaling. Lakers 96, LeBron 96. We know this. What's the numerology of 96? 9 plus 6 is 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. It's all 6s. Check this out. Steph Curry all-time win record, including playoffs, as a starter. Steph Curry, 666 wins, but then he has 351 losses. The 351 jumps out because that's the 26th triangular number. Huge number in the series. Remember, Nick Gilbert dead at 26. At the same time, Lance Blanks was dead, the 26th pick of the draft, who died 26 weeks after the anniversary of him making his NBA debut, as the Lakers picked up their 26th playoff win over the Warriors when the word crown equals 26, and that all happened at the time of the King's coronation on May 6th. But 351 is the 26th triangular number, and tonight, LeBron got his 26th playoff win with the Lakers. LeBron got the 26th playoff win with the Lakers tonight. Curry and LeBron born in the same hospital. LeBron doing all the number of the beast rituals. Again, you guys, read my books that I've made free in ebook form. I wrote about LeBron and Number of the Beast in 2017. Since then, there's been so many more examples. Just the other night, the Lakers became 17-4 at home versus the Warriors in the playoffs, and LeBron became 6-6 versus Steph Curry at home in the playoffs. And the game was exactly 258 days after the anniversary of Kobe Bryant's birthday. And again, Kobe had the 666 workout. He had his career high 81 points in his 666 game. And then the only number we didn't cover was 87. But notice James. James is 87, as in LeBron, King James. And remember, the coronation game was May 6th. Here, Kobe Bryant birthday, August 23rd. Everything else I already talked about. I already did videos showing the stats. And here, we can just verify it all for anyone who missed the past videos. But here, Kobe's last birthday to May 6th, the day of the coronation, where LeBron became 5-6 at home versus Curry. Or, oh, no. I take it back. That wasn't the Number of the Beast game. It was the next game, May 8th. My bad. May 8th, the Lonnie Walker game where Lonnie Walker matched Kobe. Lonnie Walker had 15 in the fourth. That's what game it was. This was the Number of the Beast game because LeBron became 5-6 versus Charles on May 6th. Or LeBron became 5-6 at home versus Curry on Charles' coronation on 5-6. And then he became 6-6 at home versus Curry in the next game on May 8th, 5-8. And again, that's the game where they said Lonnie Walker scored 15 in the fourth quarter off the bench, the first player to do that for the Lakers since Kobe 26 years to the day on 5-8. And remember, Kobe 15 to go with 15 points, Bryant 26, like how he died on the 26th, 26 years to the day. Kobe Bryant 58, like how the date May 8th was 5-8. Remember, Curry and LeBron combined for 58 points that day. The real King James died at age 58. By the way, he was into Freemasonry. The real King James Freemasonry is 58. He was also a Rosicrucian, which is 58, like secret societies 58. Kobe Bryant's 58. So is Pope Francis. His death was synced with the Pope. Notice calendar's 58. The calendar's named after the Pope. Gregorian, that's the calendar we're on, another 58, like Zodiac. Like star is 58, like even the plural stars is 58. The NBA is about stars. Kobe and LeBron, big stars. But again, Lonnie Walker on 5-8. You see how Lonnie Walker's 58? You see how Los Angeles Lakers is 58? Today, the day that Magic Johnson makes that deal, today's 271 days after Magic Johnson's birthday, the 58th prime number. Magic Johnson with the big deal today, connecting Philly before LeBron beats the old team from Philly, the Warriors, with the most Philly point score you could ever have in a game. One we've talked about 1,000 times. You see how Los Angeles Lakers is 95? So is Warriors. Tonight, LeBron rolling all over the court with 95 points, making a big old deal. Having a big old fuss. It's like, put a dress on already. But, yeah, again, I mean, the repetitive use of the same numbers, paying tribute to the Number of the Beast, talking about this stuff year after year, the ongoing riddles between Curry and LeBron. It's all biblical. It's all King James. It's all history. It's just, I don't know where the argument is, But hold on, somebody did join the room. If you guys would like to join the room, there are pinned posts. And I am looking for people who have an argument as well. If you think all this stuff's a coincidence, come on and tell us about it. What's up, Mel Madden?
Hey Zach, how's it going?
It's going all right. What's up?
So, just a quick question about all this. Since they use these rituals to pay homage to their history or whatever, is there you think there's a way that it could probably be used in a positive way?
Sure.
And another one is I had was do you think, like, who are they really answering to? Because since all these names have numbers that add up together and that connect with each other, there has to be something more behind it because
So
it wasn't it
all
was
right, let me answer. You got two questions. First question, yes, all things in this world are dualistic. There's a positive and negative side to everything in the world. So the first answer to your question is yes. There's a warning though. Again, when you start using this stuff ritualistically, technically you're performing magic. And
Mhm.
if you read any book about magic, it'll say you shouldn't do any magic unless you know what you're doing, because there can be unintended consequences. And then as for who are they doing this to, again, I'd encourage everybody to look up the clip of the show The Barber Shop, the one with LeBron and President Obama, and just watch how big of a laugh they have about selling their soul to Satan. They just laugh it up like it's the funniest thing ever. Um, Again, the thing with Jamie Foxx right now, Jamie Foxx made it on TV as Jamie King. And notice Jamie King has that Gematria 56, like Coronation's 56, like Lance Gilbert's 50, or not Lance Gilbert, Nick Gilbert. Nick Gilbert, who died on 5-6 as LeBron became 5-6 at home. Lance Blanks, who died at age 56. Tonight, another 56 points at halftime. The Miami Heat advancing in the 56 ritual. Just 56 is all over the place. If you missed halftime, the Lakers hit a half-court shot to put it at 56 points again because it's the Golden Globetrotters or the Harlem Globetrotters. I should have started this broadcast with the Harlem Globetrotters whistle. But anyway, Jamie Foxx is 55 years old right now. And notice, if you spell out Church of Satan, it has Gematria 56. Same with Society of Jesus. If you follow this code, you will realize that the Church of Satan was founded by the Society of Jesus, which is the Jesuit order, and they do worship the dark side. And it seems obvious to me that whatever this thing is that they give all this attention to, it obviously gives them power back because these people are ruling over the world. And anyway, again, Jamie Foxx is 55 years old right now. Satan has that gematria of 55. So does King James. And LeBron's mother right now is 55 years old, and she's going to get the day off for Mother's Day this year. You notice how King James is 35 as well. Steph Curry's 35 years old, and the Warriors just picked up their 35th road loss of the season, getting eliminated by King James. But yeah, it's obvious they're using the biblical narratives and they're constantly paying tribute to Satan. A really good example of that is Luke 10:18. That's the verse in the Bible where Satan comes to earth. When Lil Nas X put out his Satan shoes, he had Luke 10:18 etched on him. 666 pairs with real blood in the soles. Remember, DMX died on Lil Nas X's birthday, and DMX became like a vegetable on 4-3-2-1, a song he was on with LL Cool J, where LL Cool J ends that song 4-3-2-1 about being the greatest of all time. And then on 4-3, again in the year 21, DMX, who's on the song, is pretty much dead. And that was right after Brady won the Super Bowl at age 43 and Goat's 43. And LL Cool J has channel 43 on Sirius XM.
Mhm.
And again, the Goat's associated with the Church of Satan. It's part of Baphomet, which is the satanic symbol. So you start to look at what all these symbols and numbers and relationships go to. It goes back to something that is Satan. And again, I mean, there's been all kinds of jokes made all throughout history about, Satan worship and rock and roll and celebrity. And, even at the beginning of this year, they put out the new House Party movie where it's at LeBron's house. And again, if
Oh
you guys
wow.
missed it, notice how Illuminati's 48. Notice how James is 48. Notice how Cleveland's 48. Notice how Ring is 48. In the new House Party movie, these guys still LeBron James, Cleveland championship ring, Kid Cudi's at the party. Kid Cudi tells him he knows how to get a ring back. They have to go crash the Illuminati party to get LeBron's ring back. And then when they go to the Illuminati party, somebody sneezes. So they say, God bless you. And then the Illuminati realizes they're not down with Satan. So then they're ousted from the party. And there's even more to it. But the thing is, they pay tribute to the Illuminati. The NBA Finals, again, with the playoffs with the 76ers getting the 247th playoff win on the Illuminati's 247th birthday. And again, getting the 48th win against the Boston Celtics on the same day on the Illuminati's birthday. You can see all this stuff is more real than a joke. It's not just a joke in a Hollywood movie. It's not just an off-the-cuff comment from an announcer about they couldn't have scripted any better. They're literally talking about they and who they are, the people who give us the his storybooks. Again, you guys have to realize that. Like, we're here on this earth for a moment, and we get to observe all this stuff in the mainstream that becomes the his story. We're watching the characters that are part of the his story. They were chosen from birth, and we were meant to be spectators from birth. And that's why I'm here every day. I'm trying to wake people up to stop supporting these leagues. This stuff is so corrupt. Every child in America is growing up thinking if they dribble a basketball long enough and shoot enough, they can make it to the league. It's not so. The Illuminati runs the league, and they've already chosen the LeBrons in the future, and they've scripted out the path. And again, I mean, if anybody thinks that you got an argument that that's not the case, that's why I continue to present this each day, because I feel like I'm making the case more and more for exactly what's going on. And after all these years, I'm not seeing anybody step up and have a credible argument. Plus, if you've been here for years, you've heard me say things like, look at how they even got to timestamp everything on ESPN in tribute to the numbers. A minute 54 stamp for a LeBron highlight as he's going to the Western Conference Finals. Two ways 154 is significant. Again, King James 154, and a minute 54 is 114 seconds when LeBron James is 114, just like how he beat Curry with 114 points in their first ever meeting on November 17th as he becomes 11-17 against him in the playoffs. Anyway, did I answer your question?
Yeah, for the most part. And I also want to just say, like, the whole Satan thing, I think that's just an upfront for everybody. So they think, oh, they're worshiping Satan. Because I'm not saying what they're doing is right, but I think the whole thing of Satan, like it's Satan, like a devil underground. I think that's just a front for
It's not like
everybody.
that. So, okay. Again, I mean, you have to understand what being satanic is. See, I mean, okay. It's not like they're worshiping just a person or an entity, Satan.
Mhm.
The first tenet of Satanism is self-worship. Like all the Trump people don't. I love it whenever I meet Trump supporters that are Christian, because Trump puts it right on his hat what he's about. Mega is the highest degree of the satanic church. And Trump's like the biggest self-worshiper there ever was. It makes so much sense. The first tenet of Satanism is to worship yourself. So what we're watching are these really greedy athletes, selfish athletes, pretenders, frauds, dupers of children. And I mean, they're putting on the tenets of Satanism. They are serving themselves. They're getting wealthy, fame, and they're selling everybody else by going along with this cabal of other people that are on the same level they are. And somebody will say, well, how come nobody speaks about it? Again, they're very well paid. They're born into it. They're company men. I mean, if your father or your family worked for some conspiracy where they made $30 million a year, would you be on the outside going like, why isn't that family giving up the secrets about their corruption? That's how the sports fan is. They're always asking that same question. Why wouldn't somebody say something? And what, give up everything? I mean, no brainer.
It's totally against Satanism for them to do that. But thank you, Zach. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, have a good night. But yeah, the entity, the thing. I mean, like, spirituality is a real thing. That you're either a positive force in this world or you're not. I mean, the world isn't just black and white either. But again, these sports leagues, I guess all things good and bad. Like when a fan base wins a championship, it's a momentary joy, but I mean, it's not really doing anything for their lives. And at the same time, when one team's winning, the other's losing. And in reality, at the end of the day, pretty much everyone's losing that's investing their energy in these sports, because they're totally rigged. All right, hold on. We got somebody else in here. Truth Seeker.
Oh, you already know how it is, Zach. How you doing, brother?
Doing all right. What's up?
You're just right on the money, though, with everything when it comes to this league, man. It's scripted. I know I've already talked to you plenty of times. We know we've had some convos, but it's just laughable at this point. They're doing the Kobe ritual, too, with the whole 4-1. Well, LeBron's getting his 41st series win. If people can't see this is scripted by now, I don't know what it's going to take to see how rigged this stuff is.
I mean, it's just been so blatant for all of my adult life. I mean, sports. Yeah, it's just I don't know what's wrong with people either. 9/11, Patriot Act, Patriots, refs making up rules on the fly to keep Tom Brady winning again. It's I don't know. I mean, these examples are so blatant, and I ask myself the same thing: what's it going to take? So.
Oh yeah, and did you also notice back at WWE when Shane McMahon he's associated with money, he goes down, and then the whole Cash App thing literally happens a couple days after that. So even wrestling's all tied into it. Like every sport
Wrestling's
is
always
into
tied to it, man. I mean, pay attention to where WrestleMania and the Royal Rumble are. So often they're big tells for the Super Bowl.
Exactly. And they've been playing with this whole king thing all year. You know, the Chiefs kingdom, and now LeBron, King James. It all signs to point towards the Lakers winning another championship. It's gonna probably be LA and Boston. Did you see that commercial they aired tonight during the game? They aired that Bet MGM commercial again with Kevin Garnett and Jamie Foxx, where they were talking about LA and Boston.
Yeah, LA Boston's definitely also possible. The LA Philly thing. So here's the way to look at it. Pick your poison. Boston right now is 7-5 in the playoffs this year. This is the 76th anniversary season of the NBA. If they lost in game 7, they'd be 7-6 in the playoffs. If they win, they're 8-5. And both Boston and basketball are 85, and so is Red Sox. But remember, that Illuminati thing is there for Philly, and the day of the Illuminati game in the MLB, LA and Philly was playing. And then again today, like we talked about, Magic Johnson and the owner of the 76ers both became part owners of the Commanders. So
it's kind of interesting with the whole Denver stuff too, because you know how the Denver airport, how that's always been the Illuminati airport or whatever, and how they're advancing to face the Lakers.
yeah, don't write off Denver all the way either. I mean, the LeBron 56 narrative strong. All the 56 stuff they've done. LeBron's next finals game will be his 56th finals game of his career as well, which is a good sign that when he does make it to his next finals, he does get to 5 and 6. But
One last thing. Did you see that Sauce Gardner magazine cover, by the way?
Oh, well, by the way, just to make another point about Philly, the Lakers are 3-1 versus Philly in the NBA Finals, and Kobe Bryant, Mr. 41, connects the two towns.
So. But yeah, check out that if you haven't seen it yet. Check out that Sauce Gardner Sports Illustrated cover that came out earlier. It looks like he has like blood on his hand. It's wild. They're putting this stuff right in your face anymore.
Okay. Appreciate it.
But I do appreciate you, Zach, man. You keep doing what you're doing, bro. I enjoy your show. I enjoy everything you do, brother. You're a good man.
Yeah. Appreciate it, man. Okay. Yeah, Lakers, Boston's possible, but like I just said, I mean, you got Philadelphia numbers everywhere. Last year, what we said at the start of the season, not this for this season, but before last year, we said it's the 75th anniversary season, but the 76th pro basketball season. So you got to have one of the two Philly teams in there. And we noticed if the Warriors went to the finals and won last year, they'd be 7-5 in the finals in the 75th anniversary season. They did that. The Warriors at the beginning of the year did have the chance to go this year and make it and lose and become 7-6. But we also pointed out, 76ers are the team still in Philly. So that Philly-Boston game is tough to call. And here, I'm going to make the point one more. For those who can't understand why we can't call every single game, again, some things are tricky. Philadelphia, 101 forwards, 223 in reverse. Again, the Warriors from Philly tonight score 101 points for the Warriors as the Lakers stay on 101 home playoff losses, 223 combined points in the game. Notice Philadelphia also 65. Philadelphia's establishment date is October 27th, the day leaving 65 days left in the year. For this playoff series, Boston came into the Philadelphia series with 61 wins. They got to win one more, they'd have 65 if they beat Philly to advance to play Miami. So you look at that, but then on the flip side, they're doing all this stuff that seems to point to Philly and the Illuminati 247 thing. And sometimes when it's this tightly coded, part of me wonders if they got it so it can go either way. just depending on where the public money is. Oh, we can make more money if we have this team advance instead of this team. So, but yeah, again, you have the knowledge. You can look at this and just see how obvious the rigging is. Lakers win by 21. Lakers equals 21. See box score tonight. LeBron scored 30 tonight. Bible 30. Series started on the King James Bible publishing anniversary. Okay. Let's see. We got somebody else in here. What's up, Jerry Cruz?
Yeah, what's up, Zach? You can hear me?
What's up, man?
Yeah. It's so crazy. Just to talk about the 187 thing. You know, LeBron went to the Lakers on the day, leaving 187 days left in the year, and just talking about how all this guys.
LeBron went to the Lakers on July 1st, right?
July. Oh wait, was it July 1st?
Yeah, July 1st.
Oh, you know what? That was it. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I figured that earlier. But what I want to talk about was that was the 181st day of the year, right?
I think that's right.
It should be.
No. No, that's the 182nd day of the year.
July 1st is.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh.
But remember, the whole ritual was he went there on the first day of the 7th month, 1/7. Ohio's the 17th state. That's why we said that day LeBron would win the Lakers their 17th championship in his 17th season. Exactly what he did.
I must have got that. I must have did my math wrong. But anyways, my point was about the number 181 and how often I've been seeing it. Just tonight, or just yesterday, Sixers Celtics games was 181 points, and tonight they stopped the clock on 18.1 seconds. And there was so much other 181s I've been looking at during the whole season. But did you see another 125 on the board tonight? Nuggets, or not tonight, but last night, Nuggets beat the Suns with 125 points. They had 125 when they played the first game against the Suns. And just remember, I didn't tell you about all this 125 and 251. Did you know that basketball equals 251 in Jewish gematria?
Huh. No, that's the 54th prime number. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's exactly. That's what I'm saying. And I'm like, that's got to be what it is with all this 251 and him passing Kobe on 25/1. But also, you brought up how 86 had to do a lot with Kobe death. I didn't know that, but I do know that the real King James died on the 86th day of the year.
Yeah, that's a good reminder. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it was March 27th. But and then after him, I know I think it was King Charles that took over, which is funny because obviously now we in the time of King Charles. But yeah, I mean, and 7-1. Just to talk about the Celtics, 7-1. He went to Lakers on 7-1. Boston Celtics 71. That's the 20th prime number. Beast equals 20. Just like today was 20 days before the finals, and obviously 71 is the 20th prime. But he's in his 20th season, of course, and if he's gonna get the 6 and 6, it'll probably be on the 21st. It'll probably be in his 21st season because 21 is the 6th triangular number. But also on top of that, we're in the year 2023, 223 is the 48th prime, and you always talk about how all this stuff is biblical. Well, evil is 48 in the Bible. Jonah equals 48. He's the most verses in his chapter is 48 chapters, 48 verses. And just it's so much. It's crazy. It's just crazy. And I went back, not to get off, I don't want to get off topic, but I went back and looked how you said that the whole Lebanon thing, the Beirut explosion. Lebanon is called the promised land in the Bible. And that went down on 4/8, Barack Obama's birthday. He wrote a book called A Promised Land, which equals 59 to 76. That Beirut explosion was on 4/8 on his 59th birthday, which is just, all of this is just crazy, man. And also, one more thing I documented that was interesting is that the Celtics are 117-5 in the NBA Finals. Los Angeles Lakers is 175. And on top of that, if they fall to 176, that crazy game between the Clippers and the Kings that I told you about, that had a lot to do with the Rodney King and all of that, because that was their 59th game. That was 56 days after LeBron's birthday.
Huh,
And
okay. By the way, just the whole king thing, I forgot to point out that today's 179. We talked about this on Patreon earlier today, but I forgot to say in this stream. Today's 179 days after King Charles' birthday. Again, that's the 41st prime number, 179. And in this series, LeBron got his 179th playoff win over the Warriors in Game 1. Again, on the anniversary of the King James Bible being published. But today's 179 days after Charles' birthday, the 41st prime, and he gets his 41st postseason series win. And we call that the King number, King 41, LA 41. Years ago in 2016, when LeBron came back and won on the real King James' birthday, it's too bad they deleted my channel, but that night I used to put out all the sports picks for free. I didn't even have a Patreon back then, but I said LeBron will score 41 points tonight. And what was funny is LeBron did score 41 that night, but Kyrie Irving also matched him and scored 41 that night because everything was so 41 with that game. But here we are now, it's 7 years later, and now we actually have a king on the throne. And just like we've been saying, man, back then we were showing how LeBron was synced up with past, royal family history. Now he's being synced up with royal family history in the moment in 2023 when we taught the world back in 2013 that king equals 41 and 23. And this year on the Kentucky Derby, the 23rd horse entered in the race was named King Russell and had a 41-year-old jockey. So, anyway. You think LeBron's going the distance? Oh, we lost him. He dropped out somehow. But yeah, you guys, I mean, come on. They had LeBron's game synced up with him and Curry on the coronation date on 5-6. The last king of England dead at age 56. LeBron becomes 5-6 at home versus Curry. Then tonight, so LeBron's won 2 more home games since then. Now LeBron became 7-6 at home in the anniversary, the 76th NBA anniversary season, as they pay tribute to Philly. But yeah, look at that. 179 days after Charles' birthday. 179 is the 41st prime number. And LeBron with the record 41st series when they call him the king. And his first ever game was against the Sacramento Kings. And he's doing this in the year 2023. Look at this. LeBron James' career home record in playoffs versus Steph Curry. Look at this stat. 7-6 at home now. So this was game 6. Games 3 and 4 were in LA. Game 3 was on 5-6. LeBron became 5-6 that day. Then in the next game, Game 4, he became 6-6. And again, Charles had just been coronated. Charles 66, LeBron 66, Lakers 66, LeBron James 66. Again, the 66 game season with the Heat. His first championship. So, yeah, and again, I just get annoyed with the concept like, do this before the game. We did all this before the game. Go back and watch the Patreon from this morning. Covered all this before the game. So it was all covered. Here, LeBron James' career playoff record. 182. He joined the Lakers on the 182nd day of the year in 2018. But, oh, look at that. He stayed on 96 playoff losses too. Remember, isn't that amazing? When the points record was set in the year LeBron was born, it was set on the 96th day of the year. Lakers 96, LeBron 96. Heat win with 96 tonight. LeBron stays on 96 playoff losses. But take away 3 more losses, take away 3 more wins, that takes him back to 179, which is what he got in game 1. See how perfect it is? I mean, it's just amazing how perfect it is. Shows you that these guys were born for this. The coronation of the king. And again, we can bring it all together so much deeper with how the queen died by the code, how Kobe died by the same code that takes us back to the pandemic. Lakers winning the finals that year on Father-Daughter Day, 41 weeks after LeBron's birthday. I mean, everything we were just down in LA talking about. If you guys missed us, we were down at the Staples Center all over California getting out the word about the rigged game. And, all the numbers we taught about. You paid attention, you noticed a whole bunch more 41s, 56s. So, do we got anybody else that wants to come in here and share some information? Or does anybody want to debate how this is all a coincidence? I'm dropping the link in the chat. Just click the link if you want to join. Yeah, if you guys missed us at the Staples Center, go on YouTube, go on GematriaEffectNews 25. And once you find that channel, we've been, again, it's funny how YouTube edited this video down to 8 hours and 23 minutes. That's Kobe's birthday, 8/23. Funny YouTube. Who knows what they took out? But we were there all day at the Staples Center getting the word out. We were in Hollywood getting the word out. We were at the Santa Monica Pier getting the word out. Venice Beach at the Staples Center days earlier. San Francisco, Palo Alto, Sacramento. We were all over the place getting the word out. So everything we taught about in California, proven itself 10,000 times more since. What's up, Everett?
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, what's up?
Basically, I've been a big fan of your work for a long time, or supporter rather. And honestly, I'm getting to a point where I want to start sharing, making videos and things like that. Is there any advice you would give to somebody that's trying to wake somebody up, like, especially like with the decodes and like just the matrix in general?
Well, if you can give a subject to them that they have an interest in, they'll be more likely to listen. Can you hear me?
Okay, I feel you.
Can you hear me? You cut out for a little bit.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, also keep it simple. I mean, just keep it simple. Don't give them something complicated. But yeah, I mean, like if you can just almost when I was down at the Staples Center, like when I wasn't on video, when I was just talking to people down there, I'd be like, hey, did you realize that when LeBron won the championship with the Cavs, he won it on the real King James's birthday? And people were like, what? Is that true? I'd say, yeah, look it up, June 19th. And I said, and I'd go, what makes that even more wild is King James' son in history was King Charles, and those who fought for him in the English Civil War were called Cavaliers. So isn't that interesting? I'd be like, what? I got to look that up. And then, as I'd start talking to people about more stuff from that, I'd be like, then I'd get into Kobe. Like, don't you think it's weird that there's no Kobe Bryant statue or mural anywhere at the stadium here at the Staples Center? And people are like, yeah, that is kind of weird. And then just tell them some other things that are weird.
Right.
I was like, you remember how he died at 41? So anyway, I mean, just keep it simple.
I feel you. So they can't poke too many questions, like, because I feel like that's
if you can remember what I'm about to say, all this is facts. I mean, just what are the odds that in Kobe's last game they gave out a Kobe Bryant toy helicopter, and then that same year that he finished his career in November, he put out the Kobe Bryant After Death shoe 1 week after Comedy Central did the cartoon of him dying in a helicopter crash? Those are all facts. Like, what are the odds of all that being a coincidence? Kobe Bryant After Death shoe, and then the Lakers get AD in the championship season after Kobe.
Oh shit! Yeah, no. Nah, that is crazy. I never even really thought about that.
Yeah, if they can get all that, then you can drop like numbers, and then you can be like, and here's what's wild: Kobe died at 41 while traveling from Catholic Mass on the Pope's 41st day of his age. And then the Lakers won the championship exactly 41 weeks after LeBron's birthday on Father-Daughter Day. And then what makes that wild is in Gematria, King equals 41. You can just show them how the letters of King add up to 41. And then you can show them use the numerology. Kobe Bryant's 41. I mean, that's what I was doing to people just when I was talking to them on the street out in California. And I didn't have a single bad reaction. Everyone was like mind blowing. They're like, what? I was like, yeah, look into it. It's crazy.
I'm definitely going to take that advice. Make it more specific. But there was another thing I wanted to mention to you. I just remembered. like when I type in words, because I realize like words in general, like they have so many like when I type it into the gematria calculator, it's crazy. Like the correlations, like rubber and shoes is both 66 in the English ordinal. Like
Interesting.
there's so many, yeah, there's so many of them like that. Like I don't have a lot of them written down. I'm gonna start writing them down because you can't remember everything, but if you keep it documented, like I see you do, then you have like a constant flow of information, like a constant record. So I'm gonna start doing that. But yeah, I've noticed so many of them. It's fucking crazy, like really, really crazy. But I appreciate your time. I don't want to hold you up for long, man. Thank you for your advice. It was great talking to you, man.
All right. Yeah, I appreciate you're going to start speaking out. Good luck. Thank you.
Definitely, for sure. You have
All
a
right.
good
Take
night.
care, everyone.
For sure.
All right. We got a new true speaker. Let's go out to Swag Like Ron. Swag Like Ron.
Yo, what's up, man? How you doing,
Yeah,
man?
what's
How you
up?
doing?
Doing all
Yeah,
right.
I've been watching you ever since 2016. I remember my first video was you. It was a Thursday night basketball game between Oklahoma City and Golden State, and the final score was 106 and 121. And I remember back
Yeah.
in those days, you used to talk about the reflection and the prophecy that 106 and 121. So it's like you're like one of the most geniuses like when it comes to this geometry stuff. Like it's like interesting to see how you study like sports are rigged. And I'm started like really, and I've been on that train like ever since 2016. Ever since 2016, I was like, yeah, when you predicted that the Cavs would actually come back from 3-1, and then they actually did, I was like, man, that's crazy. And the Draymond
Well,
suspension
I
really
had to be
showed it.
super confident. I guaranteed all year the Cavs were going to win the finals that year, and then
Mm-hmm.
it was all about that real King James's birthday. It just made too much sense. So
Yeah, I got a question. I feel like the Celtics will win the championship this year just because I feel like, they're this year 2023, it will be their 23rd finals
all right, look
appearance.
here. All right, if they're going to do Boston and LA, I'm going to take everybody back to this thing LeBron did when he became a. Do you remember when LeBron became a part owner of the Red Sox?
Yeah, back in what, 2021 or 2020, right? It was like one of
Watch,
those.
I want you guys all to see how this is when LeBron became a part owner of the Red Sox. Remember, this is the 76th NBA anniversary season, but also the 77th pro basketball season. You got to know both numbers. So LeBron did this in his 18th season, became a part owner of the baseball team. And this year, if you guys don't know, the MLB changed something they've never changed before. The bases used to be 15 inches each direction. Now they're 18 inches each direction this year. Baseball 18. The finals begin on 6-1. 61's the 18th prime. The Lakers and Celtics are both tied at 17 finals. But anyway, in LeBron's 18th season, he became part owner of the Boston baseball team. And he did that exactly 77 days after his birthday. When you run it forwards, Boston and Red Sox are both 85. But when you run it in reverse, Boston and Red Sox are both 77. LeBron became part owner of the Celtics 77 days after his birthday in his 18th season. If they have Boston and the Lakers play for the battle of the 18th championship, I'd go back and look at this day in history and go back and study what was going on with the Red Sox at that time because I guarantee they dropped the clues. But even with this, like that's why I'm torn. I'm telling you guys the same stuff I tell the Patreon people. I'm torn on who's going in the East. If it's going to be Boston or Philly, because both of them got the narrative. But
Yeah, because Allen Iverson, every time Philly has an MVP, I've been like peeping that the Lakers and the Philly always matches up in the finals and stuff.
well, what teams did Allen Iverson play for in his career?
I mean, he played for Philadelphia, but he won the MVP in 2001, and the Lakers they met up 76ers.
He was mostly known for Philly, but remember he went to
Yeah.
some other teams in his career too.
Yeah, and Joel Embiid won the MVP this year, so it could be a
So
possible.
look, here's the point I want to make about Iverson. Do you remember that he played for Denver?
Yeah, he played for Denver. He got traded in the 07 season, I think.
Do you remember that he played for Memphis?
Yeah, I think it was in 08, 09.
Okay, because those are two of the teams the Lakers went through in this year's playoffs.
Oh,
And
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it's interesting.
It's interesting. Yeah, if definitely if I have to bet money on sports, I would have to come to you and tell me all the results because you're the reliable source, my man.
Yeah, we do pretty good. Sometimes we miss some things that we shouldn't miss, but yeah, man. I mean, I wish more people would give us the recognition we deserve for proving how rigged this whole game is.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, definitely.
All right, man.
All
Well,
right,
I appreciate the call.
all right, no problem, man. Take care. Have a great night.
Take
All
care.
right, take care.
All right, Jerry Cruz is back.
Yeah, my bad, Jack. I got a call. But you talking about 77? Let's not forget 77 days, 11 weeks, and this will be LeBron's 11th finals appearance. And
That's true.
66 is the 11th triangular number.
That's true.
And let's not forget who was sacrificed on LeBron's birthday, number 77. Couldn't pronounce his name, from the Jaguars down in Florida where he used to play at right after he had
Oh, yeah, he
played
was
the Heat.
38 years old. That's right.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I was just thinking, I'm like, they on the announcement, they were just talking about all LeBron's stats, saying like, oh, he can make his 11th finals appearance and a whole bunch of stuff. And they were like, all he has to do is get past the Nuggets, which are like a pretty tough team or whatever. But I see it all part of the story. And didn't you say there was something with Kobe in Denver? Something related?
Kobe was accused of raping a woman in Denver, and then it almost ruined his marriage. And then he bought his wife a big diamond, and then he ended up dying exactly 38 weeks after his wife's birthday, like Colorado's 38th state where he had that problem. So,
Right. And it's interesting that I just talked about how we were in 2023, like 223 to 48 prime. James is 48, but that 48 number in the Bible is a lot with sex and sex abuse. Sex 48, sex abuse 48. Thessalonians 4:8 is about Paul talking about the laws of God and obeying sex. So I mean, and Illuminati 48. So I mean, it's evil 48, terrible 48, horrible 48. It's a lot of 48 that is just thief 48. I mean, it's crazy, but yeah, I think, and I know you said, do I think LeBron's going all the way? Yeah, I damn near know he is. He's definitely going all the way.
well, that's what I really want to see too. For since we're going back down to LA and trying to really wake these people up, and we're gonna have even more to talk about because all the people that were out there, that when they hear us the next time, they'll be like, "I remember that he was talking about those exact numbers." And I would love for it to be LA over Philly and watch them become 4-1 versus Philly in the finals, because that'd be the easiest thing to explain.
Right,
So,
exactly. Oh, you know what I just went back in my notes and I looked at, I documented and I was talking about 125. On the day LeBron broke the record, the Lakers got their 125th loss versus the Thunder.
say it again.
On the day the Lakers broke the record, February 7th, the Lakers got their 125th loss to the Thunder.
Oh, that 125. I see.
Exactly. And there
Numerology
was one of those.
equals 125, and that's what they're doing. So they do like that number.
Yeah, definitely. Think about I just realized something. Boston Celtics 48, Milwaukee Bucks 48. In relation to what I was just talking about, broke the record against the Milwaukee Bucks and could be heading to face the Boston Celtics.
Okay.
So I mean, it is. Yeah, it's just, man, it's overwhelming knowing all of this. I wish I could watch basketball again. It's like the only time I get to see some real fun basketball. And I play, so I know like a 5-on-5 full of grown men would not go the way it looks in the NBA. There'd be a lot more arguing, fighting, and just there'd be a lot.
Indeed. It would look a lot different if they really cared about winning and losing.
Exactly.
I've said that forever, man. These pro guys are like smiling all the time when they lose in a big game. It's just like these guys don't take it seriously as the guys at the park. So
yeah, I mean, look at the Warriors tonight. They hugging. They go out with no shame tonight. They no heads hanging. They just
Steph
like
Curry
they knew they had to
shoot.
lose.
Again, Curry just cannot shoot. So
And you know that guy Jordan Poole that they were talking about, how he did bad in the playoffs. He has the same birthday as the real King James, and he wears number 3. 3 equals 56.
Huh.
Yeah. Exactly. So I mean, countless just little jokes, and also I was the one who said something about how New England, Boston, and New England, the Queen joke, because I definitely saw that making a lot of sense.
Okay, I see what you're saying with the New England. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Them paying tribute to the UK and the Queen and just doing, I mean, what they do, everything that they do. But yeah, man. Oh, did you see, did you say today was 94 days after LeBron's birthday?
Today was 133 days after LeBron's
I mean,
birthday,
not,
94 days after he set the point record.
yeah, okay, 94 days after he set the record. I don't know if I don't know if this means anything, but the Ohio and Miami were playing. Ohio and Florida were playing today, where he played for the Reds and the Marlins, and it was the Reds' 38th game, and there was a home run ritual. The guy's name, Jake Flaney, equals 34. I mean, equals 94, and home run equals 94. And remember, he broke the record on a Tuesday, which is 94.
Okay.
And yeah, and all three of those words also equal 94 in the most simple, but with numerology, they all equate to 40. So if there is something to that 40 years ago thing you're talking about, then yeah, that'd definitely be a big foreshadowing clue.
Something else that's interesting about Celtics and Lakers, they've met 12 times in the finals. And the first ever meeting that of teams, the Celtics beat the Lakers with 77 points, like Boston 77, and that's the whole thing with LeBron. That's interesting. Never caught that before.
Yeah, 77. This has been playing hard, but yeah, and doesn't Boston is Boston 185 or 85 like
Boston's
basketball?
85, like basketball.
85. There was an 85 that I had with Kobe that I called earlier, but I can't remember it. But one last thing I found. Do you remember when Drew McIntyre won the Royal Rumble?
Yeah, that was right before Kobe died.
Yeah, right.
Or it was the day of Kobe, I think's death, actually. And there was a
Yeah.
big 33 with his win.
hmm And
Yeah.
and you were talking about how it was biblical and it was to Genesis 1:26. Romans 8:2-3 is about God giving life to your spirit and you sacrificing your sons for the sins or sacrificing somebody for their sins, them dying for their sins, like a sin offering. And that's Kobe's birthday, 8/23. And on top of that, Romans equals Bryant in all four. And who did Drew McIntyre eliminate last to win the Royal Rumble? Roman Reigns. And think about that name, Roman Reigns, when Roman reigned over Europe for all those years.
Sure. Yeah. They're
Just
still raining.
jokes.
So
Yeah, it's just jokes. But yeah, that's all, man. Like I said, everything is just pointing towards the Lakers. So I guess that's all there is to say for me.
all right, man. Well, I appreciate it.
All right.
All right, take care. What's up, Rich?
Hey, man. Well, I got a couple comments now after what he just said, and I actually came on it. What made me click the link was a few callers ago. The guy was asking advice on how to share this work. Is that right? Did I hear that right?
He was asking for a way to start out as a new person.
Yeah, and I wanted to. I was hoping when I pushed StreamYard, I was hoping I'd come on and chat with him. But I'm chatting to everybody listening. You can email me at poundingpavement2022@gmail.com. And I have a list of at least 13 major events that Zach taught me over the years that are, like 9/11 and sports and, just all kinds of stuff that you can show new people.
Sure. And here, just like I answered that caller, I said connect people with subject matter that they can relate to. And here, just to make a point, Rich and I about a year, well, how long ago was that now? It was not even a year ago. It was September, just before September 11th. We were in Cleveland, and there was a group of gentlemen walking by the basketball stadium where the Cavs play. And Rich was telling about 9/11, and they were looking, but I said, don't tell about 9/11. I said, tell them about LeBron and winning on the real King James birthday.
Yeah.
When Rich was telling about that, then they're like, oh my God, we need business cards. So again, you got to hit people with the right topic, like Cleveland 9/11, maybe, but LeBron and King James birthday.
Well, I
They got all
figure
that. Group of guys all got that. They're like, oh yeah, we'll take business cards. We want to know more about this.
I figure with having 13 different subjects, I mean, when the person receives the information from me, when they memorize all 13 of those, and I've typed them out pretty simple, you can now present all that to people. You know what I mean? So you have the variety that you're mentioning, you know, and then plus you can always throw in, once you get them listening to one or two of these easy ones that I have, you can sit there and have a conversation and tell them more, you know? So yeah, I mean, absolutely. And you know, Zach, for 5 or 6 years now, and I've just put a 56 in there. That wasn't on purpose to anybody out there. For, you know, 5 or 6 years now, I've had this blueprint, and the only way it really works is if I have hundreds of people doing it all the same way. And then that's the hardest part. And I used to get mad about that, but I just realized until people actually start hearing me, you know, you wear a shirt, you know, like I have on now, you've got your business cards maybe, but you have the 13 rituals that I have typed out. Now, if everybody's showing, when we go to New York in September, which that's some good news I have too, me, Chris, and Frank are booking our Airbnb here in just a few weeks. So we're going to get it 2 or 3 months early. And so that's the hard part. Once you get your place to stay, you just drive there.
All right, but Rich, all this is besides the point. We're talking about what's going on with the NBA. You got anything about tonight's NBA game?
I'm just happy the Lakers won and just waiting on the 76ers. But yeah.
Okay. All right. Appreciate it, man. Thanks, Rich.
Yep. Have a good night.
Yeah, have a good night. Okay. What's up, Ace?
Yo, what's up, Zach? How you doing, man?
Doing all right. How are you?
Doing very well. I actually met you in Hollywood when you were down here. I sent you a video.
I think I know who this is.
Yeah, man. How are you, man?
Doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. I just wanted to add one thing. I don't know if you noticed the synchronicity with LeBron James and Kobe Bryant free throw, that All-Star game. Maybe it's something you can add to the Kobe Bryant list.
No, I missed it. What was
so?
It?
You know, that was the year that they played to the target score of 157. You know, the 157 with Kobe Bryant, and then LeBron James ended up winning that game at the free throw line. And that was the same game that they gave the award, called the award the Kobe Bryant Trophy for that game, the new All-Star game. Kobe Bryant's first point in the NBA was from the free throw line. And his last point in the NBA was from the free throw line. I was like, you can't make this shit up, man.
Perfect. Yeah, for people who forgot, that Kobe Bryant All-Star game after he died, first to score 157 points, like how Kobe died on his 157th day of his age. Okay.
Yeah, man. So that's all I want to add you, and I'm still willing to make, you know, those videos for you. I know I sent you one. I don't know if you got a chance to check it out, but
I need to look. I haven't seen that yet, so I'll go back and check it out.
Yeah, I'll send you a text. But if y'all, you know, I can do like one video a week or something, like just those quick hits, because those visuals, you know, I find it's really catching people's attention. So if it's one video
I
a week,
appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely,
any
man.
more videos that can be made to get out the word, I appreciate.
Absolutely, man. So yeah, I appreciate you, man. That's all I wanted to add for.
All right, thanks, Ace.
All right, take care.
Have a good night. All right, good to meet the people in LA. What's up, 208P?
Hey, what's good, Zach? Just real quick, I was just sitting here on my phone, just like fucking around with some notes or decodes, I mean, and I was looking ahead to the finals and looking at the schedule for maybe some clues of what it could be. And a perfect ritual is in Game 3. If it is the Lakers, the Sixers would be a good opponent because we know his Game 1 will be LeBron's 56th finals game. Game 2 will be 57. Game 3 will be his 58th, like how King James equals 58. King equals 67. The game's on 6-7. And if it is Lakers and Sixers, someone in the chat earlier said the last game Kobe watched alive was Lakers and Sixers. That made me go look at the dates. And from that game, January 25th, 2020, to Game 3 of the finals will be 1,229 days.
Okay. I just thought about something. If it went to Game 7, that would be 62 finals games for LeBron, and Charles is the 62nd monarch of England. So.
And they are the 7th seed, and it isn't the season has a 77 attached to it as well as 76 for the anniversary.
Pro season.
Right. Yeah.
Well, okay, good info.
that's pretty much it. Just fucking hell yeah. Keep on keeping on. Shout out Tachi.
All right, appreciate it, man. Yeah, here's LeBron's record right now in the NBA Finals: 22-33, 55 games. King James 55, Jamie Foxx 55 years old right now, made it as Jamie King, and apparently he's just been fine for weeks. But his family wanted to keep you anxious with the drama. Let's go out to Playboy X.
Oh, hey. Yep. I'm really like,
Hello? Playboy X, I can't hear you.
can you hear me?
Now I can.
All right, there we go. I've been calling in for months, a few months, posting in the comments that I think the perfect ritual, if it was Lakers and Sixers, would be Game 5 for the Lakers to win. There's just so many things that go into.
Cut out again.
Can you hear me?
Okay, you think it'll be a 4-1 series? You don't think they're going to his 60-second game with English or Charles, the 60-second monarch?
They're all very there's they're all very good arguments, but
Because
it's
Queen
just
and Crown 62, it just seems
yeah, I
right.
know. No, I understand.
Minneapolis 62, where the Lakers are originally from, where Prince died. Now we can see Prince's ritual was all synced up with. If you guys didn't notice, Prince died in Minneapolis, where the Lakers are from, 4 years before LeBron got his 4th title. Kobe dropped a 4th in points scored the day before he died. Anyway,
They're
go
all
ahead.
they're all very good rituals. Game 6 as well, because it would be LeBron's 61st, and of course Lakers could get their 18th. But speaking of 18th, if you write the word 18th, it equals 101 and 56. I'm sure you could, Philadelphia 101. You could become 5 and 6. Just, but I really like Game 5 because it's on June 12th, 12/6. It's also a span of 126 days after LeBron broke Kareem's record.
Okay. If he does win it in Game 7, if he goes to the finals and wins it in Game 7, look at his 26th finals win in his 62nd game. Big numbers in the series, numbers that go with the crown. Charles being the 62nd monarch. That's really what stands out to me.
Yeah, and Jeannie Buss is 61 years old.
So she's in her 62nd year of life. There you go.
Well, that plus, 61 years old, getting the 18th title.
Final 61. They start on 6-1. Okay.
And the 18th prime number. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
That's all. And of course, Bryant is 26. LeBron could get his 26 finals winning
Yeah,
title.
Kobe 3 years later.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's all I have. To add on more information, that Sixers and Lakers finals looks possible, very probable.
Yeah, again, Celtics does equal 26. Philadelphia 101, the 26 prime. So you could see either team, LeBron getting his 26th finals win.
Yeah. Well, we would have to consider next after this year is, well, we like the Suns next year, but after that, who would LeBron get his 6th title against?
How about the
Because
Heat? 6-6 versus the Heat. Miami needs to get a partner for Jimmy Butler.
That or Cleveland. That
That's
would
true.
be
Yeah, that's
very,
also true.
yeah, that would be something. Anyway, that's all I have. Thank you.
All right, appreciate it, man. Thanks. Let's go out to Mike. Mike.
Hey, what's up, Zach?
What's up?
Nothing. When LeBron passed Kareem in February, I looked at the date numerology of the finals games, and I landed on Game 4 and Game 6 for the Lakers, and I think I followed the 38, and that was the date numerology in Game 4, and then finals equals 38. I think I forget exactly. It was like months ago. But what do you think about Game 4 or Game 6?
For what?
For the Lakers to win the championship. Did you look at the date numerology of Game 4 and Game 6?
I know I just made a point for why I think it might make a lot of sense to go to Game 7.
Oh well, yeah. I basically was just saying that back when he passed Kareem in February, I just looked ahead and I liked the date numerology of Game 4 and Game
Do you remember what
6.
day Game 7 is? It's on the 18th. What championship number is he going for? 18. King Charles coronation. What was the date numerology? 18. How many horses ran in that race? 18.
Yeah.
So
And did you see the NFL? They released a couple of games. The Buffalo Bills are playing the Jets in New Jersey on
they put out the
9/11.
whole season schedule.
Oh, I guess that was
But
today,
yeah,
yesterday.
Monday Night Football, September 11th. It's all New York. I know. It's just like, come on, man.
Well, I'm just saying, since you're going to be out there, like if it's, I don't know, like maybe we can do like a daytime thing there. It's Monday Night
Yeah.
Football.
Yeah. Okay. September 11th, we're going to be at that football stadium talking about New York and 39 with like the longest. It's going to be a text as long as the Bible about New York and 39. Again, Aaron Rodgers goes to New York at age 39. We call New York the 39 state. Brett Favre, his first season with the Jets, he turned 39. It's such a joke. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I think we got to get larger pieces of poster board so we can have larger letters so you can see it from 200 feet away. You can just read it. And it could just be all the things that equal 39. And also like just a big sign of what the ciphers are. Just the 4 ciphers, just so they can see it all laid out. And it's just that visual aid.
Hold on? Is that game in New York? Is it at the
Yeah.
Jets or is it at the Bills?
It's at the Jets, I think.
Okay, good. Because I was like, wait a minute, the Bills is far away.
Oh
All
yeah,
right.
definitely not the Bills. That's what I was saying. It's a 10-minute bus ride to the stadium. No traffic.
Yeah, I think we got to do that this year. So
yeah, it definitely works out. So definitely makes it worth coming even more.
all right.
I'll see you
All right,
out
man.
there.
Appreciate it.
All right.
All right. Later, Mike. All right. Let's see. Carl Harvey. Carl Harvey. All right. Dante Drake.
How you been doing, Zach?
Doing all right. How are you?
Pretty good. I was watching the NHL hockey game tonight between Vegas and Edmonton, and of course the Vegas Golden Knights. Even though that was the 74th playoff game, 73rd playoff game, and it was 6 years of existence. Obviously, which is kind of scary. Because that doesn't happen in expansion teams. They're supposed to make it to the Stanley Cup, and the post inaugural season making the Stanley Cup. That was probably, and you might agree with me on this, was that probably scripted?
NHL is just as scripted as the NBA is, indeed.
Yeah, and they won 4-3. I think that might be, in my opinion, another maybe a sign, maybe a 43 number.
Yeah, but we're going off topic here. We're not really talking about NHL right now.
I'm sorry, my fault. I was watching the Knicks game too. I mean, 96 and 92. That I think the Heat and Lakers could probably make it to the NBA Finals.
Okay.
I could probably see that. I mean, LeBron played for the Heat for 4 years, and then went to Cleveland, and then came back. It came to the Lakers. I mean, I could probably see that legit happening. Now, I could be wrong about that because the Sixers, I could probably see that too, but I also think that I think the Lakers are probably going to make it to the NBA Finals. I'm thinking 6 games. I'm thinking 6, in my opinion. And then this game 7. I'm thinking my best guess. I'll just go with the Philadelphia 76ers to win game 7 on Sunday.
All right, that's Boston falling to 7-6 in the playoffs. All right, appreciate it, Dante. Thank you.
You're welcome, buddy.
All right, you have a good night, man. Thank you. All right, what's up, Matthew?
Hey, what's going on, Zach? How you doing?
Doing all right.
All right, so I just wanted to bring your attention to something today. So the game that just took place, well, actually both games tonight, the 5th and the 6th seed got eliminated today. Well, earlier today I was doing some research and I stumbled across the fact that May 12th was the anniversary of the coronation of, get this, King George the Sixth and Queen Elizabeth II's mom, right? Which would make them King Charles's grandparents. Well, that anniversary was today, and coronation sums of 56. Number 5 seed, number 6 seed got eliminated, and it happens to be 6 days after the coronation of King Charles. So that was another layer towards the Lakers winning today.
I see. Yeah, great research.
Mm-hmm. And there was also something else that I noticed as far as the finals. Well, not the finals, but the Western Conference and the Eastern Conference finals. From was it the 2020 year, the bubble year? So I believe is the Nuggets and the Lakers went to the Western Conference finals, and it was the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics. Well, so far the Heat, Nuggets and Lakers are in there, and if the Celtics take care of business, then it'll basically be a repeat from the 2020 finals. And I'm not saying that it's confirmed, because I understand a lot of people, even including yourself, were making a lot of connections for the 76ers, but it's possible that LeBron might get his 5th ring versus the Miami Heat, because Miami Heat sums to 56. He's trying to become 5 and 6. And also, this is the year that Dwayne Wade, number 3, got inducted into the Hall of Fame, and 3 sums of 56, and it was crazy.
3 years ago. It was 3 years ago the Lakers beat the Heat. I've been thinking about that. The Heat do have an outside chance.
And also, what was it? I noticed the connection with LeBron wearing number 6 when he was playing with number 3 Dwayne Wade in the Heat, and now he's wearing number 6 playing with number 3 Anthony Davis for the Lakers. So I don't know. I like I said, I'm still trying to get the hang of it and research some more, but it really seems like a repeat of the 2020 bubble season.
It's again the 3 and 56 relationship, and just the parallels with this whole series with Lakers and Heat playing on the same day, and what they did today with the paired wins. Heat win with 96. LeBron stays on 96 playoff losses.
Yep. And I don't want to jump the gun too fast, but I also seen something as far as the upcoming Nuggets series, because I believe the Lakers are 25-8 versus the Nuggets in the playoffs, and all this talk about the Illuminati, the Bavarian Illuminati was sums of 298, and if they sweep them, they'll become 29-8. Now, I'm not saying that's confirmed and that's going to happen, but I just noticed that possibly could go down. So.
The Lakers, they won both rounds 4-2 so far, right?
Yeah, 4-2 so far, and I believe the last time they swept the Nuggets was in 2008 when Kobe was playing with them. And you were talking about, somebody earlier brought up about the whole rape case in Denver, and if you put in rape and sweep, they all rape, sweep, and king all has the same numbers pretty much, 22, 23, 68. It's crazy how all of them align.
Okay, huh?
Mm-hmm. And that's pretty much all I got for you. Like I said, it's early. I don't know what's going to happen in that series. I'm not saying it's going to be a sweep for sure, but that was the first thing that, as soon as I seen that, I was like, oh my goodness. And it's kind of crazy too, because game 1 is on Tuesday, and Tuesday sums to 23, and game 4 is on May 22nd, and 23 and 22 is king and sweep and rape. I was like, man, this could be very interesting.
Yeah, good observations. Appreciate it.
All right, buddy. All right, that's all I got for you.
All right. Yeah, you have a good night.
All right, you too, my bud.
All right. David. What's up, David?
Oh, hey, Zach. What's up, man? I just been reading your book lately. I was actually on the Prince part today, so it's funny that you brought it up. Just kind of wanted to talk about that Bill Russell tribute that
Uh-huh.
happened yesterday. I feel like not a lot of people are talking about it. It was the whole Cal State thing with the William Russell, and then it was 88 days after Bill Russell's birthday.
Right.
88 days after the Eagles fell in the Super Bowl, the Sixers fell. It kind of threw me for a loop. I wasn't sure which way they were going to go with it, but I don't really have much to say. I just wanted to kind of say, have you seen an Embiid stat line for the season?
At regular season and playoffs?
Just the regular season. I just thought there was a lot of interesting numbers there that would pique your interest. That's pretty much it. And I just wanted to tell people, I mean, everyone's on the 76ers. I don't think that's a lock by any means. I still feel like we have.
Everyone's on the 76ers? I thought Celtics were the favorites.
I mean, the public is on the the public is on the Celtics, but like the Gematria community is kind of on the 76ers. I feel like we still have a Bill Russell narrative, going on. I don't think the Heat are going to make it. I feel like they've already done that in 2020. I feel like it's time, to move on. And I don't know. I just feel like, there's kind of like an Allen Iverson. I feel like there's an Allen Iverson theme somewhere, and that's why I kind of leave 76ers. But it could also be the Celtics. Bill Russell died last year. He said next year the Celtics would be in the finals before he died and stuff like that. But yeah, if you notice Embiid's stats, at least on ESPN, he was averaging this year. He was averaging 33 points, I believe.
Yeah, he was 33.1.
Yeah, and according, he was 102, 4.2, I think.
10.2 rebounds.
Yeah, reflections of the stuff. But yeah, that's all I had to say.
Yeah, 4.2 assists. Yeah, interesting stat line. All right. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good one.
All right, thank you. All right. Well, anyway, let me see if Carl showed up. Carl, are you here?
Oh, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, nothing much, man. Mine is a little bit off topic. I've been following you for a while, off and on, and I'm kind of basically the gist of all this is about these rituals being done to me personally, and so I've kind of put a couple messages here in the chat. But I'm more interested in having you meet with my lawyer or speak with you personally to sort of help my lawyer understand how all these rituals work and how they line up with some of the stuff that's been done to me in my life. And so I've been watching you off and on for the past year. And so tonight is the night, because I'm pretty much finished with all my evidence and submitting to my lawyer and everything like that. But trying to figure out how to go about that with you and if you'd be open to that.
Sure. You're seeking legal representation because somebody is messing with you ritualistically, and you want my opinion on what's being done.
Expertise, yeah.
Yeah. You can send me an email.
Okay.
Say just put Carl Harvey in your email, and my email is GematriaEffectNews@gmail.com.
One second, I'm just writing that down. GematriaEffectNews@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, man. I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. All right. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting, but we'll see. Who knows? Maybe I'll learn something new. Hear his story of what's happening in his life. But yeah, there are people in this world, they'll harass you. I mean, you guys saw what happened to me last year when I was in Oklahoma City. I had a guy following me around the town and handing me threatening messages, and then he even keyed my car. It's just I don't even know how he found where I was staying. But yeah, I think we got it. I think we got most of the things out there. I mean, there's even more we could have covered. It was one ritual after the next. But yeah, you learn this knowledge, you'll see right through how the games are rigged and how perfectly it's rigged and who's dying along the way for it, from Nick Gilbert to Lance Blanks and so on and so forth. And sadly, there will be more as we get closer to the finals. Remember this whole Jamie Foxx thing. Jamie Foxx supposedly hospitalized April 11th. Here, let me just show you what happened on April 11th, the day Jamie Foxx got hospitalized in Atlanta. Remember, LeBron was winning in Atlanta on his birthday, dropping 47 back on December 30th. But let's go back to April 11th, the day that Jamie got hospitalized. It was the first NBA play-in game. And notice Atlanta won that day, and LA won that day over Minneapolis, where the Lakers are originally from, the land of 10,000 lakes. But then next thing you know, Jamie Foxx is in the hospital, supposedly, who started out as Jamie King, as they're doing all these King James rituals. So, anyhow, we'll leave it there for now. Congrats to the winners. Again, you learned this knowledge, you guys. You learned simple patterns. It's like in baseball tonight. The Dodgers looked really great today in baseball. Orioles look good today. I love the Mariners today. The Mariners crushed the Tigers. Again, you guys, Gematria. Detroit and Tigers both equal 44. There was a big 44 ritual in the division records with these teams, and it was the 44th day of the MLB season. R.I.P. to Chris Cornell from Seattle, who died in Detroit. But yeah, again, the Yankees had a great riddle to win through the number 56 today, and then they win the game 5-6. And we thought Anthony Rizzo might hit a homer on National Anthony Day, and he did hit a home run today. Just being aware of things. National Anthony Day. Anthony Davis is advancing today. Blue Jays Braves game, I had the wrong lean on in that game, but Cardinals Red Sox, I had the wrong lean in that game as well. But Giants hit that 25 ritual. They lost. A's did have numbers to upset the Rangers, and they did. Wow. Anyway, yeah, again, you learn this knowledge. You just see all the sports, man. You won't get them all, but you'll get the majority. You play smart day after day. So you guys want to sign up and get information before the games, join the Patreon. Information out for the games every day before the games, live stream several times a week. And here, I'll take one more, and then I got to get off here. What's up, Truth Does Not Exist?
Hey, Zach, what's up? I found something interesting.
All right, he's not there at the moment. Anyway, I got to get off anyway. I'm going to get the notes done for tomorrow. I'll put them out tonight. And I got a little road trip I got to do tomorrow. So we'll leave it there. Congrats to the winners. Thank you to everyone who supports the work. Again, Patreon, $5 a month. You get all the sports content for the month. And again, $5 for life-changing knowledge. Until next time.